As we begin, Lord, help us to keep your word in mind. Lead us into conversations that are fruitful and enrich the lives of those who are here today. When we are undecided, please lead us in your wisdom. When our opinions may disagree, help us to remain respectful to one another. More than anything, Lord, would you help us both to seek your will and to pursue your glory through all that we say and do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, call the meeting order for agenda business and public comment. Minutes.
Yeah, we have two sets of minutes. First one, I'll make a motion to approve the special session of the Randolph County Commission meeting, which was held September 18th at 1 o'clock.
All right, so the first minutes is from our, to approve is from our September 18th. That was our meeting that we had, for the public hearing for the vape shop ordinance. So is there any further discussion on this? All in favor?
And we've got another set of minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted from the September 18th, 2025 meeting, which was held at 1:30 p.m.
All right, so second set of minutes is from our September 18th regular session meeting. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Reports, Sheriff, you have anything?
No, just I'd like to report that we did test the other night. That shift we did that. We had actually 12 people took the test. More taking our test and long back as I can remember. So the adjustments you guys made with salary and things like that did spur some people to take our test, and 5 of them are certified. So that's great.
And you're looking for what? How many?
4, at least 4.
Okay. Brenda?
Wolf is gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay. Correspondence? Oh, yeah, okay, I have to. So Rob Damon, we had the 911, they received a grant. You knew that?
No, I did not.
$50,000.
Great.
Yeah. Total grant award was for $50,000 from the State of West Virginia Emergency Management Division sub-award grant. It's a Homeland Security grant program. So that's really nice. They were able to get that.
What can we use that for?
I'm not sure what all he can use it for. Yes, yeah, they had certain things when they went to apply for it.
Well, they got somewhere to spend it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of wish lists.
I was just hoping we could put it towards that 300,000 we need to update.
Maybe.
The second was on we replaced the flooring out at the pool and in the bathhouse, the restrooms, the snack bar area, the main entrance. It was peeling up, so we had a quote for $6,000 to grind it, remove the existing floor, fill in the concrete gaps, and then reapply a base coat. And then they added a like a grip to it too. So because kids were, a lot of them, when they were running in, they were sliding and falling. So now there's like more grip to it. So that was
Who's that quote from?
Unique Flooring out of Elkins. All right, so we took care of that. We have no correspondence, so announcements. Courthouse, again, the reminder, the courthouse will be closed this Friday for Forest Festival Friday, and October 13th, which will be Columbus Day. Next meeting will be for the County Commission will be October 16th at 1:30 here in this building. So first item for discussion is consider approval of new hire for WVU Extension Office Administrative Assistant position. You have anything?
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to. I thought you were just gonna be like, yes. Oh, there's no microphone. It's okay. I don't need one.
It's
Is
the
that a
little,
microphone?
that's it.
Okay. So the letter that you have in front of you is we interviewed several people for our administrative assistant position. Our previous administrative assistant left mid-August. So we interviewed, and we're recommending Stephanie Warner with a start date of Monday, October 6th. She actually, up until yesterday, currently worked in our office, but she was grant funded and her position ended, but she's really great and I think she'll do a really great job. So she'll start out, of course, as a 90-day probationary employee and then transition to full-time with benefits. And then the hourly rate you directed was $14 an hour, and that's for 37 and a half hours per week. So she'd be full-time.
All right, so do we have a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the new hire for the W Extension Office, administrative assistant position. Starting rate of $14 an hour, and the Stephanie Warner.
Yes. All right, so the motion on the floor is to approve the hiring for WVU Randolph County Extension Service, Stephanie Warner, new administrative assistant, starting date of October the 6th. She'll be on a 90-day probationary period and then transition to full-time with benefits. Hourly rate is $14 an hour at 37 and a half hours per week. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? All right, next is consider approval of the new hire for Camp Pioneer Director of Operations. Do you have anything for
I'm
that?
still standing here. Yep. So this one, also very excited that we had several good candidates for this one. And the committee, the board interviewed several and has chosen Holly Ferguson to be the new Director of Operations at Camp Pioneer. And she would also start on Monday on October 6th. Same thing, probationary period for 90 days. And then she would transition to full-time with county benefits at $14.50 an hour. And then the rec board also, do I need to say that? Do you want me to say what's in the, so your part would be that. And then we also offered, I think, what helped us get some good candidates was that the board is going to be offering like bonus pay in addition to what the
If they meet
county.
certain criteria?
Yes. So it would be paid on the quarter, so 4 times per year. And they would just, I mean, it may change for future things, but currently they have to show increased bookings in the facility in that quarter.
That's
Man, I
good.
can't talk.
Where is she from? She from Barber County?
Yes.
Okay, I know her. She used to live in Parsons.
Mhm.
She's a good person.
Yes.
She'll do a good job.
Is from Tucker County. Yeah, she seems really great. So we're very excited about her starting.
Okay, do we have a motion for this one?
I'll make a motion to approve the hiring of Holly Ferguson as Camp Pioneer Director of Operations. Be a full-time position, 37.5 hours per week. Be on hired in a temporary employee for 90 days, and upon 90 days of employment,
So transition.
when we he'll transition. Thank you.
Full-time benefits.
The full-time and with benefits, starting pay is going to be $14.50 per hour. Starting date will be October 6, 2025.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the hiring of Holly Ferguson for Camp Pioneer Director of Operations, October the 6th, $14.50 an hour, 9-day probationary period, 37 and a half hours per week, then transition to full county benefits. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right, next item on the agenda is consider approval of ratification of county clerk's signature on 23rd cycle grant resolution. We had a grant that had to be submitted in before this meeting, so we had to have Brenda signing so we could get it in on time. Was this for the courthouse improvement? Yeah, it's for courthouse facilities improvement grant where we're applying for $100,000 for, we received a grant to do, replace the windows in the bottom of the courthouse, in the basement. And so, because then we weren't able to pay for the first floor or the second floor. But with this grant, if we get this grant, we'd be able to do that. So we had a separate grant for the basement windows. It was like a energy and efficiency grant or something like that and the weathering of the facility, getting new windows would help with, and they paid for that. So we just received money for that, so we'll be starting those. And then when we did that, we got a estimate for the whole courthouse replacement of the windows. We weren't able to do that. So, but with this grant, if we receive this grant, we would be able to do that. So, we had to get that in by last Friday, I believe. And so we're just going to ratify Brenda's signature on it. So, everything's good to go, and hope and pray that we get that $100,000 so that we'll have to put up a match.
And you get $100,000.
Yeah. So it's a match, but that'll be plenty enough money to replace the windows for the courthouse.
I
So,
think it would be.
yeah. So, and that will help. I mean, weathering down and with the CSOs and their, we have a heater coming. Have they started that yet? With CAS has been approved to go ahead and do the heater for that room, and then replacing the windows in the basement because there's several that are broken and just needs replaced. Not even like some of your storage rooms. And
All
then
the windows, even up in our office, cold air comes through them all the time.
yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Hope that we get this grant so that we're able to do it. Yeah.
Right.
It'd be nice. But we're looking to do that because we continue to try to make improvements on all of the courthouse facilities. So let's hope that we get this year's grant of $100,000, that we match it, and that we can replace the windows. So do I have a motion to approve Brenda's signature on this grant resolution?
And I'll make a motion to approve the ratification of county clerk's signature on the West Virginia CRIA 23rd cycle grant resolution.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve Brenda's signature on the courthouse facilities and grant resolution. Is there any further discussion? All in favor? Next item on the agenda is consider approval of Alley's Hope funding request. We had a request from Alley's Hope, and that was something that the county's partnered with through the opioid money that we received. They have bought a house here in Elkins for a halfway house, and they're going to call it Alley's Hope. And when she took up the carpets, you were there, weren't you, Sheriff?
Yes, sir.
She thought she could save the floors, but unfortunately they could not. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So they were looking for an additional funding of $3,000 to help. It's about $5,072 what they needed to replace the flooring, where where they pulled the carpet up, and the wood flooring that was existing could not be repaired, so we're looking to replace that. She had $2,000 in donations, so she's looking for an additional $3,000. We brought this before the opioid committee last meeting, and they approved that $3,000. Today we're just finalizing, ratifying that decision so we can cut the check. So do I have a motion to approve the Alley's Hope funding request?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the Alley's Hope funding request of $3,000 to go towards new flooring.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the Alley's Hope funding request. $3,000 to be taken from our opioid settlement money. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is consider approval of the Autumn on the Dry Fork funding request. Have anything to speak on that one?
Be there if you want.
And I've been tagged as the biggest bum beast in Mississippi out here today, state I am ashamed of it all. It tells in the Bible that if you don't ask, you don't need.
Don't receive.
So I really appreciate all you all have done for us. Our building we had to have so much extra stuff done that our building kind of slowed down. We got the money now to take to do the floor, putting in floor heat. And we've got almost all the drainage, everything in the building ready to pour the concrete. And going forward with all that, be a blessing when we get the floor. At least we get in there and do something. We've been making apple butter and everything. But last week we made 8 kettles of apple butter. So if anyone needs any apple butter, come to the Autumn on the Dry Fork. We'll make cider, have the pork roast, and chicken barbecue.
Sounds good to me.
Do to help us.
All right, so do I have a motion to approve the funding request? Last year, I believe we did $2,500. So do we have a motion to approve this funding request?
I'll make a motion for to approve the funding request for Autumn on the Dry Fork in the amount of $2,500 out of hotel motel.
Yes. All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the Autumn on the Dry Forks funding request for $2,500 will be taken out of our hotel motel tax line. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
We really appreciate it.
Well, you all come a long way as we started. Nothing, and you've got a nice facility now.
I was talking to someone the other day, 1997, where I first went around that road and seen that piece of land was just sitting there, hadn't been anything to it since '85. I told the people that owned it, and they was Georgia and all over the country. They said yes.
Good.
Here we are. Sure, and I gotta go to, I've been to Winglings today to get paper products for the event. Now I gotta go to Parsons to get charcoal. Thank you all for your help.
All righty, Rex, thank you.
You try to behave yourself.
Be careful.
My dad used to say, do the best I can do with what I got to do with.
Nick? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is consider approval of the All Veterans Memorial Council funding request.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. My name's Jeff Wood. I'm the chairman for the All Veterans Memorial. And what I'm here today about is it's been great having the two new memorials move in on the corner. But prior to that, we've been there for 32 years. We've paid for our own maintenance as far as lighting and mowing goes. And with the addition of the two monuments now, they didn't take that into consideration. And so they're using our power and our mowing. And we've actually added the mowing for the Rosie the Riveter because it wasn't getting mowed. So we've added that on. So now we feel like it should be a community thing. And Mayor Marco went to the council and they have provided $1,500 towards the mowing and the electric. And we were just wondering if you all could fund some of it. And so we don't have to do everybody's. And what I want to work towards is actually getting a board together that will actually take the whole park and the whole corner. And we need to do that so that we can have minutes, so that we can get a checking account, and then we can get an EIN number, and we can get a tax number or a business number that we already have as a memorial, and that's what we're using now. And so I come to you just to ask you for funding, just for it's the mowing and the electric is what it cost.
Okay.
And we were supposed to take up the American Legion Post 29. They were looking for funding for another memorial over there too. Flags. But isn't there someone else who was looking for a memorial over there too? There's another one I think they were looking at putting in there too.
Well, see, here is the problem is everyone came and said, we want to do this and we want to do that. And there's no organization to it. And the founding fathers for us made sure that there was enough money for the monument, made sure there was enough money for the maintenance, and we still have that money. We use that money, the interest off of it, to actually pay for the mowing, the flags, and the electric. And so these other monuments don't have any of that. We're a nonprofit. They're not considered because there's nothing there for them to be. And they just like that, they tapped into our power without even asking. And so now we're lighting the Gold Star Memorial. We're going to start mowing, or they have started mowing the Rosies, and I'm assuming they'll want electric at some point. And so it's a broader thing down the road, but right now, and I've tried to stay kind of out of it, but we've been kind of thrust into it because I want to see the park have its own nonprofit, have its own EIN number, and it would actually be its own entity because it actually rents, or we rent from the city who rents from the state, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's $1. It's nothing. I mean, that's the state's been very good about it and the city's been very good about it. But now that there's other people there, it's just another dimension. And if you were at one of the meetings, we had 35 or 40 people there, and everybody wanted to do everything from moving the rocks out in front of your all's place to the one in the Legion, to putting 50 flags up and post in with 50 flags. And then you have people going, I know they talk to you about, they say that I need $190,000 to develop it. Where's the plan? There is none. I'm not seeing a plan. And with this, if someone comes to you and says, well, I want to put this in there, where? Someone just says, I want to put it right there. And there's, again, they talk big about what we want to do there. But, you know, even with Rosie, I think it's great and everything. I wish they'd have filled that in and brought it up level to where you could actually see it and it's not over the hill. You know what I mean? And at one time, whenever the bridge was going to go across, the original plan was for the walk bridge to go across. They were going to had to put a spiral in for ADA. And I talked with the designers for that, and they were going to make it so we had like an amphitheater in there. So when we have the ceremonies at the memorial, I was just going to have the backside etched, and then that way we could be away from the road where it'd be safer and you could hear better. And another thing is we are looking at a speaker system that would have permanent speakers, and that in itself is like $40,000. It's crazy. So I want to work on that now, but I just don't think we should have to pay for the other people's utilities, out of what they raised for us, and we'll use ours for the keep up of our memorial and for flags.
Right. I understand. So I'm gonna go back to this. You all give the city $1 for lease. So you pay the city's $1 for lease that they pay to the state for release.
That's correct. It's something
You can't
about
make
that
it up.
the state cannot rent or lease to us. They have to lease to a city municipality.
Yeah.
They have to do it like you all could lease from them, but we can't. The city
Right.
can. Beverly could lease from them.
Right.
Even
right,
they could
right.
even lease the area that's in Elkins. They could lease from them.
That'd be nice.
So, yeah, we can't leave, and that's why we don't. At one time, I had two different developers wanted to come in to buy the corner, and they were wanting to buy the corner and develop the corner, which one of the developers said, we're just going to kick you guys out. And the other one said, we do things like banks and stuff that aren't there while you're doing your ceremonies, and you could use our parking lot. We want to do something for you. He even brought in big core borings and had it surveyed. And that's where I thought we were going to lose that corner. But so far, the state's not let that happen. And I think with the addition of these other memorials, it kind of solidifies us on the corner. And I think it's great as far as an entrance coming into the town and the county. I think it looks great. We try to keep it up and make it look good. And Larry Gowers is actually doing he does our landscaping, and which we couldn't pay for. He does it for free. And I think he's doing for both of the other ones too.
Yeah, I just
So-
seen the mums he had done
Yes.
out there, and they were
Yeah.
beautiful. And I was going to mention that him and Matt Davis with Terra Flores.
Yes, Matt, absolutely. I went down to Weed Ours one day, and it's for an old guy down on his knees. I got knee pads. I get down and go there. It take me 2 or 3 hours. He had 6 guys. I went down on Saturday morning. He went there on Friday with 6 guys. Took him a half hour, and he told me that he said if Larry saw that the way it was, he said he'd just kick him. And I said, well, that's why I was coming to do it. They already had it done. And so, but as far as truly the flyers and everything they come in, they do a great job, and they do that for free. We couldn't afford that. And like I said, this money is just for mowing and electric.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're here to help you out, and then just let us know if you do get something started, down there as a group. So.
Absolutely. I'm going to go to the Legion's meeting this coming month, and we're going to talk about who we want actually as far as on the board. And we were actually thinking of a city representative, a commission representative, of course, all the service, or as far as the maternal or the military organizations, the VFW, the Legion, Vietnam vets. And we were thinking about 7 or 8 people. So we have a broadcast of people, but we don't have 600 people sitting there going, I think we need this, and I think we need that.
Well,
I'd
Commissioner,
be interested.
yeah, Commissioner Siler said.
Okay, great.
You'd be
That'd be great. And again, that's what we want, that input from everybody. And eventually, see, at one time I had a contractor that would put the pipe in for me so that we could fill all that in. And I was just looking for the dirt. And then that fell through. Someone was in town, was doing something, and they left. And eventually, that's what I think a lot of people would like to do but we have to get with the Department of Highways, because their outlet comes out of there. And I thought at one time where Rosie River has that little island, they were wanting to put a pipe in there, and we could just fill all that across so that was level. And I don't know if maybe later on we can actually do that, try to blend that back better. So it's up higher where it looks better. I won't tell you what someone told me it looked like whenever they went by. So.
Probably
All
the
right.
same thing they told me. It looked, I think it would be nicer if we could raise it at some point. The big thing, I think the rush for getting that in was that we have a couple rosies that are 100 years old,
Yes.
and we wanted it in prior, to
Anything
God
happening.
forbid one of them pass away. So we wanted to get it in before that, to where they could actually witness it and see it and be there for it. And that was what the rush was. But now that we've got it set, I think that there's not been so much done to it that we could backfill that, work on backfilling that in and raising that up. I mean, hell, they didn't put much in there to get it set
No.
anyway, so it won't take much to change it. You know what I mean?
I agree 100%.
But yeah, I'd like to make a motion, to approve, for the approval of all Veterans Memorial Council, in the amount of $1,500 to be taken out of hotel motel.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the funding request for all Veterans Memorial Council funding requests for $1,500 hotel motel. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
I hope you out for a while.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
All right.
gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Yes,
You all
sir.
do a good job, Jeff, keeping it mowed down.
Well, and that's what we try to do. And that's what I said. It whenever the rosies, I just hated it that it wasn't getting mowed. Even it was over. And
I thought that was the city's deal that they were supposed to do.
no, and that's the thing, sir. It's like people don't realize that was privately paid for. They thought either the city did it or the state did it, but we've actually paid for it for.
No, I'm going by the fact that the mayor said that they mowed it.
I thought
No.
that too.
He told us that that's what they were doing. They was taking care of mowing.
No, he's mistaken.
And the red,
Okay.
white, and blue lights that you guys put up at Christmas time,
Yes, sir.
those are really nice.
Thank you. And I think and some people have said they'd like to see them longer, but I think it's unique that we just have them that time. And it does represent the veterans. And I can't think of his actual name, but he's retired from the nursing, but he still wants to do it. Him and Kathy, I think, are going to still do it and put the lights up. And of all the things with the memorial, that's the one thing that people will actually call me and say, look good. Now, they will say, this doesn't look good and that doesn't look good, but they always say the lights do look
Lights
good.
are good. His mums look good. Like I said, Larry and Matt do a really good job because they do
Yeah.
a lot of the flowers around the courthouse too. So
Yeah, Larry does a great job. Matt,
Yeah.
too. He really dedicated.
Right.
Thank
well,
you all.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Next item on the agenda is consider approval of H.W. Daniels American Legion Post 29 funding request. Received a letter from Post 29. See, here it is. So it says, with the recent completion of the Gold Star Family Memorial, he's left, we are setting our sights on starting a global war on terrorism memorial to be placed near the Gold Star Family Memorial. Gold Star Family Memorial at the All Veterans Memorial Park. It consists of a battlefield cross, a modern rifle turned upside down, a helmet placed on top, and a pair of combat boots placed at the bottom. Statue planning to have names of 65 West Virginians that gave their lives during the global war on terrorism, including 2 that was born in Elkins. They're also working on getting 12 by 18 American flags with brackets for every classroom in the elementary schools here in Randolph County, and 3 by 5 American flags and West Virginia flags for the gymnasiums. Total cost of these 2 projects would be $3,000. And I don't know how they're going to get that memorial done for $3,000. But anything you could donate would help us. I think this might be just for the flags, but they're looking at doing the memorial at a later date.
Okay.
So to have a motion to approve a funding request for Post 29.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the funding request for the H.W. Daniels American Legion Post 29 amount $1,000 for taking out hotel motel.
All right, so motion on the floor is approve $1,000 out of hotel motel for Post 29. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Next item on the agenda is consider approval of the employee reference guide revisions. We have, I think there's 2, is that right? One was where we have, get it here. Yeah, the emergency service leave. We had an employee that goes out and fights the wildfires out west, and he was having to take his regular personal time and vacation time before he would kick in, and he wanted to be excused for up to 2 weeks. So we went back and looked at it. So we revised that emergency service leave policy so that if you're a volunteer firefighter or volunteer provider of emergency services, you can, it works with them so that they can do that and not have, have to use their vacation time or their sick time or whatever. They have to get to 14 days, correct? So that's the first. And then one was just a compliance change that our HR out of our HR company out of Fairmont found that because they're the one who put the book together and we're using their services now, and it's for the 12-1-A, the compliance policy, which it's for the retirees of the county. It just states guidelines that when they separate, if they get reemployed, their contributions, their health insurance, everything is clearly more defined per the state guidelines. So do I have a motion to approve these two revisions?
I'll make the motion to approve the two revisions to the employee reference guide.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the two revisions to our employee reference guide. Any further discussion? All in favor? Now you'll have these, will be posted out again on their,
website where all employees have access to it. I'm gonna go ahead and email it to all of them. Acknowledgement form that they can sign and get back to us.
okay, thank you. Next item is consider approval of the pro officer contract. Did you want to speak to any of that, sir?
We brought that, I brought that contract forward to you guys, approve it today, I'll. Update us on the pro contract, we're taking the half spot out, we had in there. Made a couple little revisions, based off of the comp time, taking away the comp time, things like that, so, you guys had it. I think we changed it, great changes, all one. And then I can present to the board and move forward with that. The grant funding, I believe that grant is open up, so we'll apply for the grants like we always do. And, should have.
You just going two schools, right?
Two officers. They're taking care of.
Yeah, two officers, but the main school's gonna be what, Taggart Valley High
Valley and,
Middle.
Elkins Middle.
and Elkins Middle.
And they are covering Elkins High right now with the, boss there. They've been trying to go up there a day or so a week, but those guys fill in and take care of everything. Provide there. Lot more casework than that than expected. But there's kids trusted that, and they're trying to do the rest of things that are happening.
Not having to pull them guys off to help cover shifts or,
Rocky is working today. covering shifts.
okay. Okay, so you're just doing that for like extra money or?
No, there's no extra money in that. We can pull him, we can pull those guys one day a week if we have.
Okay. 60, is it 60% of their time, or there's a certain percentage they have to?
It's 80%.
80%? Okay.
With the grant funding, so, Rocky's working today, on the road.
Okay. All right, so do we have a motion to approve the pro officer contract for this school year?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the pro officer contract for the school year 25-26 as submitted.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the pro officer contract for this school year. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Next is,
Am I free to take that to the board?
I got it right here.
Board of Education?
Yeah.
When y'all get it ready, let me know, and I'll present.
Next is consider approval of Sheriff's Department Software Systems Inc. Maintenance contract. It's our yearly maintenance contract for all system softwares. 25 to 20, year 25, 26. It's, yeah, see, it's $194, $117, $88. And it's the same as it was last year. Per inquiry and payment. This is for your fire fees? I think it's-
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I think it's just for the fire fee, fire and internet inquiry, fire fee online payments. This helps with the fire fees. All right, so, you have a motion to approve this, maintenance contract for the sheriff's department for the fire fees.
Take that out of the fire fees.
Yeah, it'll be paid out of this.
Got a lot more payments being made online.
Yeah, it's for the fire fee application, the fire fee when they inquire online, and then the payment online.
Use software systems for more than just fire fees.
This maintenance contract is for the fire fee ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one here is for the fire fee, internet inquiry, and fire fee online payments.
I'll make a motion to approve the sheriff's department software system incorporated maintenance contract for the fire fees.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the software systems maintenance contract. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Consider, this is approval of the Align HR service agreement. This is our agreement with Align HR that they do our, again, like I spoke to about on our employee reference guide. They're the ones that do all the work for us for that. It's just, again, we signed this once this year, but he got it back to us again to make sure that we, was it to sign it again or? Check. All right. So again, it's just when we use them, that's when when we will be charged. So do we have a motion to approve the service agreement with Line HR? It's the same one we signed before.
I'll make a motion to approve the service agreement with Align HR. As submitted.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the Line HR service agreement. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Last is consider approval of the second and final reading of the vape smoke shop location operating requirements ordinance. We had the ordinance that have gone over for the past 3 meetings. We had our public hearing meeting last time. No one showed up to speak for or against the vape shop ordinance. This can be our final read for it and vote. If you guys would like to, you can have it read aloud if you want to do that all, or we can go by title only. I've talked to Parker, and we can pass it today unless a commissioner requests that it be read in full. Reading the title is sufficient. If we make any changes though to it, it would be we have to do it for the next meeting. So if we make any changes to what the ordinance as it stands now, today, then we have to wait and approve it at the next meeting. But we can do the read of the title today and get that ordinance put into effect. And like I said on last time was Parker reviewed it, and we first originally thought that we could not do it in municipalities like Elkins, but we can enact it within all boundaries of the county. So we were looking at doing it that way, so that would affect any business. And Parker's talked to the city attorney, that made them fully aware of what we were doing, and they were happy with what we were doing. But that would affect any future vape shop that may come to Elkins as well too.
In Harmon or Mill Creek.
Any
Or if Curtin wants to change locations, right?
it does not affect any of the current locations. Yeah,
But if they change
if they would
locations.
move, yes, it'd have to fall under the ordinance then. Do you guys have any questions about that or willing to do?
I don't have any issues with the way the ordinance is written.
No, go ahead.
All right, so do I have a motion to approve get the wording right, vape/smoke shop location and operating requirements ordinance as it's been submitted and read and gone over, and we've had it out online and we've put advertisements in the paper about it, and it's been on our website, our Facebook page. So, do you have any further discussion on it? So all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Final settlements and annual accountings.
We got 9 final settlements. Make a motion to approve the 9 final settlements as submitted.
Motion on the floor is to approve the non-final settlements as are submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we have one state budget revision. It's for our line. We've had more county commission travel than what we had budgeted. And you went and looked at meetings that throughout the rest of the year that we could possibly attend, like our one in January for the legislature session. So we're looking at moving yeah. As long, yeah. And then, but we're looking at moving at $1,600 from courthouse contractual into our county commission travel line so that we stay out of the red on that one. So do you have a motion? I'll make a motion to approve the state budget revision for the county commission travel line, increasing it by $1,600. Commissioner Keesling, aye. Commissioner C? Aye. Commissioner Seiler?
Aye.
All right. Division of property, erroneous assessments.
Have 17 erroneous. And then I think that stack is at 10.
All right, get the motion to approve 17 erroneous assessments as submitted.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the 17 erroneous assessments as they're submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye. Then make a motion to approve. These are all corrections, correct?
Increase of
Okay, increase assessments. Make a motion to approve the increased assessments as submitted.
All right, so motion on the floor is to approve the increased assessments as they're submitted. Any further discussion? All in favor? Distressed properties, fire fee adjustments, payment of the bills.